why didn't this house sell for list price? It's so frustrating as a seller. It's so frustrating as a seller's agent. For all intensive purposes, it really should have sold for list price at least. We went through great extremes to get the house ready. First of all, we had a pest clearance done. We had $44,000 of repairs done to pest inspection. We had many county inspectors out to make sure the house was perfectly in perfect good condition. In addition to that, myself, I offer this as a free service to anybody that lists with me. We had cleaners come in and clean the house. I paid $1,300 for the cleaners. We had carpet cleaners come in, do all of the carpets. That was $1,100. And then we also had window washers. So the house was really immaculate. We did a thorough market analysis. Everything that we saw, I mean, it was priced really competitively. We got 3 offers in almost immediately. The first offer was at full asking price, and it was a cash offer, which was so ideal. The second offer was also at full asking price, and the third offer was a little bit above asking price. It came in at $1,110,000. So we were all excited. The third one, however, we did not pick because it was contingent upon the buyers selling their property. So in other words, they were kind of like right on the edge of financing, and they needed to sell their property in order to purchase this property. And they were also borrowing quite a bit. So we went with the first buyers, and we were in contract with them for no more than a day or two. And what happened is, unfortunately, the buyer had health issues, unforeseen health issues, and they had to back out. So we were looking at the second buyer. The second buyer had no proof of funds. They had no qualification letter from a lender. It looked kind of shaky. So we were like, let's cross him out. So we went with the third buyer that was contingent upon the sale of their house. It was a little bit more too, so we were happy about that. So we were going along, everything was going fine. The buyers had an inspection done, and they found some issues with the pool. The inspector just wanted like the whole pool redone, wanted like everything in the pool. It came out to like $60,000. So the pool was perfectly fine. It was maintained every single week by another pool maintenance person. It runs perfect, but in the buyer's mind, it was horrible. So they wanted a reduction in price for that. The home inspection, the pest inspection, as I said, was cleared and everything. So they're like, okay, we give them a little bit of credit for the pool. The pool is the original pool for more than 25 years. So then everything was going great. The next hurdle is that we have to get the appraiser to come in and appraise the property. So the appraiser comes in and appraises the property way low below list price. We were in absolute shock. I don't know how they could have done this. I don't know where they were coming from, but it was what it was. They appraised it at $1,050,000. Now, appraisers are very subjective. You can get 10 appraisers in and you'll get 10 different prices. They're trying to get more objective in their pricing. In fact, all of the standard operating procedures for appraisers is going to be changing in November. So they have to put more details into their analysis. But as it stands right now, their analysis are very subjective. Unfortunately, this was a very unfortunate situation for the seller, and it's very difficult for me as well. So the appraiser wanted, the bank said they would not loan any more than the appraised value. And what happened is a difference that the offer price was in the difference of the appraised price. That difference between offer and appraised price needed to be made up somehow. So the bank wanted to be compensated for the difference. They wanted to be paid in cash for that difference amount. And somebody would have to come up with that money. So the buyers were pretty strapped as far as being able to get funding for that difference amount. And of course the seller, everybody agreed that the appraisal was just way low. So there's several options that we could have done. We could have taken the house off the market and started all over again, put it active. We could have also got an agreement to who's going to pay what in the difference in the appraised amount. We could also dispute the appraisal amount. And what that is you have to go through a process. You have to not complain to the appraiser, but you try to dispute that appraisal amount with the lending institution, with the bank. And then you try to find any mistakes anywhere in the appraisal. It's a standard form that appraisers fill out. So you have to find any mistakes anywhere. You review that with the bank and try to get another appraiser to come in. So in this instance, everything was brought forward, and the seller was just kind of like really tired of working with the property and just wanted to get it completed. So the seller went ahead and agreed with the price that the buyers were happy with and we're kind of like a little bit happy with. So anyway, the deal is set to close, and we have very, very, very happy buyers on one end. We have very, very happy seller on the other end. And me, I'm not happy at all. I was just so disappointed. This property is so much more worth it. But, appraisers will be appraisers, and you have to work with them. So anyway, thanks very much for watching, and have a great day.